What's up, guys? It's Scythe, starting a new Let's Play of ArcaniA Gothic 4. Yeah! Now I am a huge Gothic fan, and I actually really enjoyed this game, Gothic 4, even though apparently not many other people did. From what I was reading, I don't know that much about it, but apparently this game was actually developed not by the original Gothic team. They moved on to make the Risen 1 and Risen 2 games that you probably have seen on, like, Xbox 360 and stuff like that, which I think they're on PC as well. I might end up doing a Let's Play of one of those, but we'll see, we'll see. Anyways, I wanted to start with this first. I was going to start with Gothic 2, but yeah, I couldn't really find a solid way of making it run. I'm not using the webcam up here this time, you know, for this intro to make it personal or anything, because I'm just gonna kind of start.
Midland was burning, for Rhobar II was dead, his realm crumbling. His crown now rested on the brow of Rhobar III, once a champion of Enos, who has sworn to reunite the realm. Destiny seemed to smile on Rhobar III, and soon he claimed the entire continent as his own. But as he was setting sail to reclaim the southern islands, a shadow fell upon the king and darkened his mind. By the time his troops had landed on the island of Argon and taken Thorniara, the king's mind was no more than a flickering candle in the dark.
The amulet. I must fight. Fight. Fight.
Rhobar's generals executed his orders to the letter. Lord Hagen led his men to the west of the island, while Lee headed east to lay siege to the royal city of Scythe.
Mike.
I don't care about any of that stuff, because this is just the tutorial. This is apparently supposed to be the character from the other games, like the protagonist. Oh, one sec. There we go. Had to give us some Xbox controls. We're playing it on PC, but we can still change the interface. Anyway, yeah, we're the king. The king of the underground. The king of the mole people, baby. Apparently, we are the king of the skeletons. Because, oh, press A to open the gate. Oh, thanks for the tip, hotshot. We're the king of the skeletons simply because these skeletons are basically human beings that don't have any meat, and we're the only person that has meat in this whole cave. So I don't know why they think they can take us, because we are the same as them, except we actually have muscle, so we, you know, our swings are actually really strong and stuff. Actually, I don't think we're supposed to have our interface down at the bottom there or anything right now as this king, so I kind of screwed up on that already, but we're just gonna be going for this anyway, you know. I really like this game. The world is just awesome. I always thought that was the strongest point of the Gothic games, is the environments are just absolutely crazy. But yeah, I'm playing with a mod that makes it so we can actually sprint, because, you know, some people say that it's cheap. I say screw that, because, like, this world is pretty big and it takes a long time to get around. And aside from, like, you can sprint in this game later on, you end up getting a spell to sprint, but it has like a 5-hour cooldown. Not really 5 hours, but it still has a cooldown, so it's like, what's the point? Like, just let me be able to sprint. Come on. Anyway, we're playing as the king here, the king and I, and yeah, we're just kind of fighting through all of this stuff. This is supposed to be the tutorial area, but it's kind of like, yeah, we kind of just fight this guy and fight that. Ugh! He knocks us down. We end up fighting him again. For some reason, he takes like 5 years for his health to drain. Then he ends up disappearing. Then we go up over here. All right, and then we end up going over here, and we're gonna take care of this guy right here. Gothic 4. In Gothic 4, you are the character. You ever wanted to be a king in a video game? Well, here you go. You can play as a king now. You have enemies reappearing along the left and right of you. You know, just taking all kinds of magic spells and things that don't happen in real life. You know, you can actually run right behind a mage and have him kind of start trying to block your attacks and stuff like that. You know, you can just be invincible. We thought it would be a very good design choice to right off the bat just make your character absolutely invincible so that you could see the true potential of what you could be at the end of this game. You know, just mowing through all these enemies and all that. All that kind of stuff. And we're gonna fight this demon here. Die, archdemon. Die, 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 die. Okay, seriously though. This tutorial does take quite a while. That's why I'm kind of running through it. I'm not trying to rush or anything. I've just played through this like intro stage a lot. Not only just to, you know, get the settings right and stuff, because that took me a while. But also just because, yeah. Oh, we were our other character for a second. Yeah, this guy. Now here's where the game starts stepping it up.
Everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine. I'm just sleeping. Oh, hello. Are you doing okay? You having nightmares of being the king again? I'm your girlfriend. Here's the buttons. Hey, come back here. Hey, come back here, you crazy dame. I ain't done with you yet. Hurry, my fault. How about a kiss? Ha ha ha.
Not now.
What do you mean, not now? You're supposed to be my girlfriend and love me. Hey, we teleported back here. Alright. Maybe we glitched something. So in Gothic 4, you can actually open chests and grab stuff. You can also go to sleep. And much like real life, your head can go up inside the pillow. You can get a crotch shot. You can even have a first-person interactive view and find out that whatever that thing is, that tree, is sticking through the wall. Seriously though, besides all the jokes, this game is actually really awesome. And as you can see right here, you know, this game's a little bit old. And besides, like, even when the game came out, besides the anti-aliasing, that's the only thing, you know, that's kind of what makes it all jaggy and stuff like that. Besides that, like, this is on max settings. Besides the shadows, because I think the shadows actually look better on low settings. Because high settings, it just makes them look, well, it makes them look weird. Plus, it bogs a lot down on the frame rate. But this game is beautiful, man. Like, I really dig it. I dig it, I dig it, I dig it. And you know what? You know what? You know what? We're going to go over here. We're going to talk to her father, our father-in-law. Always giving us crap, huh? Always giving me crap, you stupid old man. You're not going to sleep with my daughter. I'm going to sleep with her first. Screw you. I'm going to sleep with her because she's my wife. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. What you got? Yeah. Then we go over here, and this guy, who is appropriately named Nut, is trying to get his nut with our girl. Yeah, that's highly offensive. I apologize. But, yeah, he for some reason thinks he can... Quick save. He for some reason thinks that he can end up getting with our girl. I don't know why. Because it's like... She's our girl. Look at how big these pants are. Look at this. Can we... Alright, I'm gonna try that. There, I think I got a screenshot. But I mean, oh my goodness. How tall must this guy be? That, like, is our guy a shrimp? Look at this. And look at the skirt. Oh, well, that looks like it would probably fit our character. Maybe he can be his girlfriend or something like that. Okay, cool. Hey, look. Oh, that's what we're supposed to be doing right now, by the way. We're supposed to be fighting these mole rats. Speaking of which, inventory management. That's another thing that's brand new to the Gothic franchise. We can go into your inventory and manage all kinds of crazy stuff. Now, a while ago, it was suggested to me that I would play the Gothic games because apparently there is not many English commentators doing the Gothic games. Like, these games aren't very popular in North America, as far as I know. They kind of have a cult following. You know, I absolutely love these Gothic games. I really do. And I know that this game isn't as popular as far as the Gothic games go because this game really is a different beast. It really does play quite a bit differently, but at the same time, it's got a lot of things that I really enjoy about it. Like, I thoroughly did enjoy this game, and that's why I'm doing it as a Let's Play. Maybe I'll end up doing Gothic 2 as a Let's Play at one point, just because that is a really cool game too. It's old, kind of like Morrowind times, old game, but it's really awesome. And yeah, I unfortunately wasn't able to figure out a proper way that we could that I could end up playing it as a Let's Play, because it was really wonky and it's too old. Like, the biggest problem with old games, like even with my Call of Cthulhu, whatever, like, Let's Play, is that the older games are very difficult to play on these newer operating systems. Like Windows 7 has a lot of issues with older games, like even, you know, Gothic 2 and stuff, but we'll see, we'll see. Now, Gothic 3 is a game that honestly is so big, like straight up, it is one of the biggest, greatest, and most beautiful game worlds that I've ever played. Like really, Gothic 3 is an enormous and incredible game, and, you know, I really do love that game. I may end up doing a Let's Play of that, but that one's a bit more daunting because that's one of those games that kind of just goes and goes and goes. Like, to put it into perspective, I've played that game only twice, and I've gotten, like, really far up ahead. I think the first time I ended up playing it, I ended up getting into the northern Arctic area or something, and then I ended up stopping just because it's a really big game, and it's really long. Like, yeah, that game takes a long time to beat. Like, I don't think I've ever beaten it. Mainly because I think one of the last quests is like a collect-a-thon quest, where you gotta go and collect a bunch of items around the world and stuff. And the thing that's with these Gothic games is the whole world is, like, limited. So it's like, there's specific items that you have to collect, and you can actually, like, it's one of those good old games. Now, this guy's getting pissed off because he actually let out those rat enemies because he was trying to stop us so that we would die and he could marry our girlfriend, because back in the olden times, that's what used to happen, you know. A guy could just move in on a girl, and if she didn't have her man around, she would just move in with him. And yeah, but as I was saying, it's like with the older games, you know, like with Gothic 3 and stuff, it's like, it's one of those games where it's like you can actually screw yourself over. Much like Morrowind and, you know, other games like that where you could kill quest characters and stuff, you could really screw yourself out. And yeah, that was one of the biggest daunting things about that game. Okay, I just gotta take a breather. I just gotta calm down here. The biggest daunting thing about the Gothic game, like Gothic 3, is because it was such a big game, like, there's a lot of opportunity for you to mess up. You know, you could screw up. I don't know, like, it is very rare indeed for you to actually get through the whole game without messing up any quests, because, you know, lots of them cancel each other out, and there was actually a lot of really awesome options and stuff. Like, you know, they had, like, a lot of moments where you'd actually have to make a choice of whose side to join, and, you know, you could either go and slaughter a whole town. But the biggest downfall about the game is the combat system is utter garbage, like straight up. This game honestly improved a lot on the Gothic combat. It's very easy in this game to win. Like, we just kind of save. We just kind of, like, we'll just beat everything. That's kind of how this game is. But I honestly prefer that over the broken combat system of Gothic 3. Now, our father-in-law here, he's giving us 3 trials, by the way, so that we can marry his daughter, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, he ended up just leveling us up, which the leveling system is very just, we're going to be going for, is this the one? You can inflict more melee damage and survive more overall damage. Wow, the 360 layout is a lot worse than the PC one. How come we can't invest? Oh, because it's Y. Okay, well, we're going to go down this route because this is for the two-handed sword guy, which that's what I want to be. That's why I've always been in this game. That's what I just love in these Gothic games. What the?
I tried to eavesdrop on you, but couldn't hear a thing.
I don't remember this. What did Father want now?
The key you normally steal from his nightstand.
Why?
Okay. Oh yeah, we gotta go drive Diego, who is one of the characters I think from the other Gothic games. And yeah, like, this game kind of, as far as this game goes, honestly, like, I like this game. I actually love this game. I really do. But as a game, because if you do compare this to the other Gothic games, it is an extreme downgrade from what Gothic 3 had to offer. You know, this is even kind of pushing it a little bit lower than the bar that even Gothic 2 set up. I never played Gothic 1 myself. Now we're fighting Diego just because he's trying to test us and see how strong we are. And we're just gonna club him to death. Don't worry, everything is just easy mode in this game, straight up. Not bad, I surrender. How are you gonna do in a real fight? We gotta go fight some goblins down on the beach. Yeah. Yeah. This game is beautiful, though. I really do love this game. It's an awesome game, and I hope that you guys do enjoy it as well. Because, I mean, some of the maps later, like the castles especially, are just, they're awesome. honestly, the first castle you get to in the game is the best castle in almost any game. Like, straight up, it just looks the coolest because the development team, I remember when I was, watching this game before it came out and stuff, the thing that they were kind of bragging about was the fact that, they had the advantage of being able to design their castles after, like, legit castles that were in Germany and stuff. Because, yeah. But as far as I know, I think that this company that developed Gothic 4 is an American company. I think. Maybe not. Maybe they were just developing a more generic type of game for the time. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, we killed the goblins. He's giving us a fake machete so that we can go to our father-in-law and be like, hey, look, see this sword that we found? It's the sword of Diego, so we actually did drive him away. And he'll be all like, oh, wow, you actually did. That's awesome. Cool, bro. And yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know why there's... In Gothic 4, you'll find goblins in the middle of your safe little town. I don't know why these guys are here, but they're dead now, so it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. But yeah, as far as a Gothic games goes, this is a very much a downgrade, but as far as a game goes, it's still really cool. I really very much enjoy this game. Like, oh, excuse me. And besides, like, the lack of anti-aliasing, like, look at this. Look at this. This is a beautiful game world. It really is. Hello. Blah, 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 blah. He's giving us another trial because he's a dick. Blah, blah, blah. He's telling us to go and kill some boars and go hunting or something. What? No, Bo? We gotta go up ahead here. And then we talk to our chick. Talk to our wifey here. Tell her to go and make us a sandwich. And she's all like, no! Because she's all independent and stuff. And that didn't happen back in these times. See, she's laughing at us. She's laughing at our manhood. So we gotta go up here after she opens the gate because we're not man enough to open that gate. He's scared of wood and getting splinters. But we end up going in here. Grab the crossbow. Well, it's not a crossbow. It's just a bow. Grab it, stupid. There you go. Jeez Louise. Okay. Then we end up going up here into this watchtower because it's all awesome and stuff. We get an Alma's Best, which is a potion. We jump down here. Take a little bit of fall damage just for good measure. And now we hunt caribou. Ugh. We're going to hunt deers because we're Canadian. Ugh. I find this highly offensive because I would never kill a caribou because we ride them here in Canada. Nom 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 nom. Get all the Venice. Go to Venice. Okay. Ooh. Hello, goblin. Huh. Okay. Huh. Yeah, the combat's a little wonky, but it's still cool. I think it's really neat. And some of the areas we get to later, like this tutorial island is okay, but some of the maps that we end up getting to later are really cool. But yeah, I mean, I could go on and on about the differences between like the Gothic games and, this game's differences between Gothic 3 and even Gothic 2. But I think I could just go on and on about those. I think we'll save those for, like, maybe I'll end up doing a Let's Play of those other Gothic games, hopefully. But if not, I'll probably end up doing a Let's Play of Risen 2, which is by Piranha. I think that's the game company, which is the original developers of the actual Gothic games. And I never beat Risen 2. It's a cool game, though, and it is very much like the Gothic games. Like, that one is definitely, like... Yeah, so he's saying we can marry her now. We go talk to our bald friend here, and he lost his hair from lice, and he's saying that he can make us a ring. Make us the one ring to rule them all, and to marry her. And then we go and talk to this World of Warcraft character, and he's all like... Hey, I'll give you the amber for your engagement ring, but only if you go and you get me some mushrooms from the caves. And we're like, sure, I'll go get some toadstools, some stool from the cave. Wait, toadstool and stool. It's like a double pun. Okay, it said it's save game created, but we're going to save a quick save right there anyway. And for those of you that are wondering, I am using an Xbox controller, and I just bring up the console commands like this. And you can see right there, like right at the top, I have toggle like the interface to the 360 interface. I'm not going to be using anything else in there because that's kind of a little bit cheaty. Unless we run into some like straight up issues But yeah, so that cave right there, we couldn't open that cage door until we ended up talking to that World of Warcraft chap. Eat it, you goblin freak. And yeah, the combat only ends up getting easier later on because... Okay, well, if you talk to a chest too fast, you can open it twice, just for good measure. Just so he can make sure. Like, we actually opened that chest so fast that he had to make sure that he actually got everything from it. And when an enemy is doing that, that's like a charge attack. It's an unblockable move, and normally we're supposed to roll. But, yeah, we can just kill them fast enough anyway that it doesn't really matter. Typical of these games, you know, all the explanation points are for quests and stuff. There's a lot of side quests and everything. They also have... There's collectibles in the game world, but I'm not really going to bother with those. I've never really bothered with those. Oh, excuse me. Because with the... Holy crap, this guy can pick up things fast. With the type of game this is... Oh, excuse me again. This is one of those types of games where... How would I explain it properly? It's like you can grab collectibles, and if you end up getting all of the collectibles, you end up getting like some ultimate weapons, right? Which I've never actually gotten. I think there's one for magic, one for a bowman, and then there's one for a swordsman. I think that's how it works. I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, it's the type of game this is where it's just this single player RPG, linear, kind of start to finish. You know, the world is a little bit more open, but it's kind of like this is kind of what the game is, where it's like you'll go into an area and you can explore that area freely without the whole world actually being open world. And so it's kind of one of those games where it's like I never really bother in these types of games with all of that side stuff. We just got this guy's mushrooms, by the way, Princess Toadstool Peach. And now we got the amber so that we can go talk to our smithy friend, and he can make us a ring for our girlfriend that is going to die. For our girlfriend that we're going to marry and grow old with and just live on this island for the rest of our lives. Build me a ring, you idiot. And yeah, so this is the type of game where I don't traditionally bother with all the collectibles or trying to get the best gear. I mean, we will to a point. Like, we're going to end up getting some really kick-ass armor later and make our guy look all cool and awesome. But for the most part, there's not really much point, because once we get to the end of the game, there's the last boss, and then once you beat that, that's it. So I don't really see that there's a point in getting the ultimate weapon in the game and the ultimate armor and stuff like that if we're going to be able to defeat the last boss anyway, because the game's going to be done after that point regardless. So it's like, you know, what's the point? Now, anyway, what she was trying to tell us there is she's all, oh, I'm pregnant. And he's, what? No! And now we gotta go back up here to get Nut and kick his ass here. And then we go talk to our beautiful lover, Diego, who is our real lover. Our girlfriend doesn't know any of that stuff, though. And she's all like, before I end up getting big and fat and pregnant, I want to go explore the world. And we're all like, okay, that's kind of stupid, but we're going to go talk to Diego about us going and exploring the world. And yeah, that's what we're doing up here now. And Nut's all, you can't marry her, even though she doesn't love him. I don't know, her emotions might be swaying back and forth, but at least Diego is going to be faithful to us. Yeah, and by what I said earlier about the limited game world, man, that's beautiful. Like, look at that. That's just awesome, man. I love this. I love this game. This is just gorgeous. Look at that. Lion Pride Rock over there from the Lion King, and just... It's awesome. But yeah, as far as the limited game world goes, I'm going to end up getting... I got to put a... Where is it? I got to equip some stuff here. But the limited game world involves, like, with, like, plants and stuff that you found in the game world for alchemy. All of that stuff is just limited resources. Like, all of it is, straight up. They did a better job, I think, of streamlining it in this game than they did in the other Gothic games, but it really is a downgrade. It still is an awesome game, don't get me wrong, just as I keep saying, and it's like, yeah. He's saying that, I'll give you another test so that you can take your girl out of here with me, and blah, blah, blah. He just gave us a key. Oh, by the way, you can steal Diego's stuff, because screw him. That's right. And you know what? While we're at it, we're gonna sit in his chair. We're gonna sit in his chair, and we're gonna have some mead appear in front of us, and we're gonna drink it. We're gonna sit here and drink this stuff. How do we get... Where's a good camera angle? Kind of. I guess he's just gonna stand there like a dope with his arm invisible on an invisible table. Yeah. What was I saying? I think I was saying about, like, with the limited resources, it makes, like, arranging the quests and stuff a lot easier. And, yeah. By the way, this episode is going to push a little bit longer because I want to get off this tutorial island so that the next episode can kind of be starting the game, because this is straight up just tutorial island. Another thing, by the way, if you guys haven't noticed, that I think is an incredible feature that I think a lot of other games need to utilize, but they don't, is this. See this bush? Normally we walk into it and you can't see yourself. Look at that. Look at that. Fading foliage. And it does it in such a cool way too, where it just kind of, rather than it just popping out, it just goes... But that, I think, is an incredible feature that I think even games like Skyrim and stuff could learn from, because it makes stuff like this, like see how this bush is kind of blocking us, and then if we get the camera at the right angle, we can still see our character. Like, wow, there we go. You see, like, we didn't get hidden behind it or anything stupid like that. Anyway, there's a bunch of wolves that we could be fighting over here and stuff, which, again, with the game being limited, aside from set intervals, like I think there's chapters in this game. And, or at least there was in the other Gothic games. This is a gray line for me. I might actually be wrong about this. But the way that it works is pretty much like you'll kill all the enemies and they stay dead. Like, because the game world's limited, you could grab all of these things and they'll stay disappeared. Not that we end up coming back to Tutorial Island anyway. But one of the things they did in the other Gothic games, which I think they do in this one, I'm not exactly sure, is you'll end up getting to, when you get far enough in the story, you get to a new chapter. And once you get to that chapter, it kind of resets, not everything, but some stuff in the game world gets resets. Like, certain plants will get reset, and, like, a couple of enemies and stuff might respawn for you to hunt, so you can technically hunt quite a bit, but at the same time, it's still very limited, and it's just, man, this is a witch's hut. This is just beautiful. I really do dig this game world. Now, the only problem with the, like, the RPG elements is sometimes, like, you'll be trying to grab stuff off the table, and he'll accidentally go into the chair or bed or something, but I'm not going to turn those RPG elements off, because I think they're just awesome. And we're going to be using them a lot, hopefully, with, you know, I'm going to be trying to do some more gimmicky stuff. This first episode, I know I'm not really, you know, it's just information. Like, because that's kind of what this tutorial is. And I'm just trying to get, like, a lot of this stuff out of the way so that we can just enjoy the game and experience it for what it is, because it really is cool. Anyway, she doesn't shut up. We should marry her because she's like, whoa. She had a doll face for a second. Okay, now, for some reason we're in here. I honestly don't know why. We're supposed to be doing some kind of trials or something. But she gave us some spells. And look at this. Isn't this just gorgeous? Isn't this lightning just beautiful? It's like emitting light from us and everything. It's just so cool. We're supposed to go in here, and I think she wants us to kill some bugs as a trial or something. I'm not exactly sure. And the reason that we shocked them in the first place, these are like the most annoying enemy in the game. I don't know if, I forget if we run into some of them later. I think we might. But hopefully not. Hopefully not too much. Oh, we got a level up. So we're going to put more into that. And then, yeah, we're going to fight these little tykes. But yeah, so we have to be using the lightning ability thing, because as you see, like, when these beetles go into their shells, it's like we can't attack them. Like, they just start defending, and then there's no getting them out of there. So we gotta shock them out of it. I thought I did the shock attack, but apparently not. So we shocked them out of it. By the way, his health right there, how it looks like it's full health, is a glitch. Like, there's a lot of glitches in this game. It's just kind of wonky like that. But whatever. That's just kind of what it is. But yeah. So we kind of just electrocute these guys. You know, he goes into a shell. We electrocute him. We get a full combo off. And, oh, we got to kill him in 2 shots that time, so that's good. Get out of here, you little buggers. Get out of here. And then we go over here. There's more of these little things. And yeah, some of the enemies later on are a lot more cooler instead of these generic, like, bugs and goblins and stuff. Like, I think we end up fighting orcs. I'm not exactly sure. One of the awesome things about Gothic 3, I know I'm off about Gothic 3 again, was that they actually had orcs were pretty much the bad guys in the game, but you could actually, through a lot of really meticulous quests and stuff that you had to do, you could actually end up joining the orcs, which gave you like some really kick-ass weapons, and I think it was the ultimate armor in the game. I ended up doing that route because I just think the orcs are awesome, plus their ultimate weapon was like some huge two-handed axe that was just like, it was awesome. It didn't help much with the combat though, because anyone who's played the other Gothic games knows that, honestly, although this game is kind of a joke compared to the other Gothic games, this combat is straight up a lot better. Like, really. The other combat in the other games is pretty much broken. Like, it makes it almost unplayable. In fact, it makes it unplayable for a lot of, like, in a lot of regards. Man, this guy just doesn't want to die, does he? But yeah, you know, I'm hoping to get a lot of good feedback. Here we go against the Queen. Battle! I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying this, you know. I'm kind of talking a lot. I'll start joking around a little bit more as I get used to the game and stuff. Is she doing a special move? Oh, God, yes, she is. And now she's going to try and regen, but we're going to kick her butt anyway. After we beat her, she's kind of the boss of the... she's kind of the boss of the island, and once we beat her, can we grab her stuff before she died? Nope. Cutscene.
No! Ivy! Ivy!
Come with me, my friend. I will take you to Arcan.
There. I told you he was our lover. Now that our girl's dead, we have motivation, son. You are a... Oh, my aching head. What the... What's that noise?
What do you intend?
Here we go. Now we're trying to tell him that we're going to kill Rhobar the Third or something like that. We gotta go up there to grab some stuff. And from this point on, we're probably gonna be listening to most of the NPCs because, yeah, I don't really remember much about the other stuff, but the game world is awesome. This place is beautiful. And as you guys can see here, now here's something that I gotta address. This rain right here has a very, like, there's a random issue that you can run into with Windows 7 where the rain will be pitch white. And to resolve this, pretty much, you can either, like, you just get patch 2. I think that's what it is. One of the patches takes care of it. And then if not, there's another way to resolve it, which I'm going to have the link in the description of how to do that. You go into the ini file and you have to edit, like, you have to put in a pretty much a code where it's like the F1 key will get rid of the rain and make it sunny. And that ended up working as well, because I actually ran into that white rain glitch, and at first I was going to use the F1 like thing to force the game to turn to sunny weather, but then I ended up putting up the patch because, you know, my brother helped me out with that, Captain Napkin, Johnny, and now it ends up working out perfectly fine. But we're gonna call it here, you guys. So yeah, that's the first episode of Gothic 4 ArcaniA, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. Yeah, this game's gonna be awesome, man. I've been waiting to replay this one, and now that I do the Let's Plays, it's a nice excuse. By the way, we're gonna get, is this the one? A lunge attack, that's right. You always want to get at least that, and then we can go and invest in the AR skill tree. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Sayonara, and stay epic.
And your face